Tennessee Titans just wrapped up another day of practice here at St. Thomas Sports Park. They're getting ready to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road. I'm Amie Wells, joined by Jim Wyatt. Jim, let's talk about injuries going into this game against Jacksonville. What are we kind of looking at roster-wise?
Well, I think the big one, and the one guy we know is out, is Jonathan Cyprien. He suffered a hamstring injury last week. Donora Searcy stepping in for him today. Jarrell Casey didn't practice because of a back. Wesley Woodyard was sent home because of an illness. LaShawn Sims was back on the practice field. Ty Smith also missed with a hand injury. So we'll have to monitor some of those throughout the course of the week.
You mentioned Jonathan Cyprien being out because of a hamstring. With Donora Searcy stepping into that role, what can we expect to see out of him?
Well, I think the good news is he has experience from playing last year. He also has experience from them rotating safeties, throughout last year and throughout the course of the offseason. We have to keep an eye on what LaShawn Sims does, how involved he'll be.
Marcus Mariota returning to Jacksonville where he suffered that injury in late December. Is that impacting him as he prepares for this game at all?
No, I don't think so at all. And he's had an opportunity to answer that question a couple of different times. He shot it down both times. One time right after the game on Sunday. Again today, he was asked about the memory of that, whether it'll be on his mind. He said no. Certainly in his recovery, I'm sure he thought back to that day. He's made so much progress throughout the course of the offseason, through the preseason, now into the regular season. He wants to go back down there and win and kind of replace that memory.
That game in Jacksonville last season did impact the way that the Titans ended their season. How much of an impact is that going to have on this team going forward, going into this game?
Mike Mularkey, players in the locker room, you can tell that that's not really the rallying cry this week. I mean, this is a new season, a new opportunity. Yes, it was a bummer for last season what happened. Everybody remembers it. But I think this year, this team has a chance to move into a tie in the AFC South with a win. You don't want to start off the year 0-2. You've got a division rival that you want to beat and kind of reclaim your footing in the AFC South, and it kind of starts on Sunday. Those are kind of the points of motivation this week, not what happened last year.
All right, well, the Titans are going back to work. They practice on Thursday and Friday, and then they travel to Jacksonville on Saturday, take on the Jags on Sunday. For TitansOnline.com, he's Jim Wyatt, I'm Amie Wells, and this is Titans in 2.